Welcome to my life on paper. I am Brianna, and today I am participating in Mix It Up Monday, which is with Peace Craft Love Clubhouse with Anna Veach, and every month there's a kind of a different item. So this month is some like mixed media, which could really be anything. Could be stitching, gesso, spray, ink, paint, foil, texture paste. And I'm going to use this stencil butter. This could go either. I think I say this every time I try to do mixed media because I'm not a pro and I'm just dabbling in it. This could go good and it can go very badly. So, and if it goes very badly, you probably won't be seeing it. So there you go. My plan, so we're using this sketch, and the sketch is by Brenda Ragsdale for Scrap Our Stash blog. And you can see there's pieces behind the photos, and then there's those triangles. And, you know, I know a lot of people complain about triangles. What I'm thinking is I'm going to go ahead and put those pieces of paper in there, and then I'm going to use this. Oh, isn't this a good idea? If this works, I'm going to do this for triangles all the time. But just do this without paper behind it. I'm still not certain how this will work. Maybe I could even put some watercolor or something behind it. I'll have to see. But first I have to cut down my papers. So what I did was I grabbed, it's a Paper Studio paper pad with birthday stuff. And I got 3 pieces of paper that I thought would work well together. I know these are a little dark, but I've got the white paper for the background that I can use mixed media on. So these are pictures of my birthday in September of 2022. This is my husband and our lunch together. And a little secret that not many people know is that if you ask me what I want to eat, I just want grilled cheese and tater tots. It doesn't take me much to be happy. Do I love other things? Absolutely yes. But if you're gonna ask me what I want, grilled cheese and tater tots. So, I have all these other pieces too scattered around. These are also from Paper Studio. I was thinking instead of doing the tag that's on the sketch, I might use that piece of birthday cake. And instead of using, here's a title, that might work there. And instead of using the arrow they have, I might use something else, although I'm not certain on what that might be. You never know. So what I'm gonna do is speed you up and then I'll let you know what I've been doing. I ended up finding a whole bunch of scraps. So I grabbed those out and went through them to see if I might be able to use any of that for the background pieces. And that way too it wasn't going to look so dark. So first I took this Hooray paper and I cut it down to 9 by 9. And then I'm going to put this and layer it up to see how this looks. And I often like to do this rather than cutting into a 12 by 12 piece of paper, just so that I can use my scraps. And then here's the polka dot piece, which I do 6 by 8. It has just a little lump in it, but by turning it creatively, you won't see that little chunk that was taken out of the paper. So I just lay things out. It's looking awfully white. And I know I'm going to have to either ink the edges or do something different. So go back to the papers. Oh, I really like that striped. And that had caught my eye in the beginning. So I'm going to take a little piece of stripe out to use as a layering piece on the right side below the picture. And that's what I'm doing now. There you go. But I go back to my papers and there's just not enough contrast. So I really like one of those dark pieces of paper to layer on so that you can tell the 2 white papers don't get lost. There you go. So it's the present paper. And I just want to see, do I want to use it as the little one with the Hooray, or do I want to use it as the big one with the polka dots? And I decide to go with the big one with the polka dots as the big one with the polka dots. So it is 9 by 9. And I will just use Hooray for another layout. And then I go about, I think I contemplate the triangles again, because I get everything laid out how I like it. And it's still looking white. So I go and get this pink paper. This pink paper you're going to see is a close to my heart. And they, I don't know if they still do that, but they used to put their name along the bottom. So you'll see that on the left-hand side, and that is not going to bother me. And this way I can trim up the triangles in white to do the mixed media on top of with the stencil. So what I end up doing is making the best kind of size triangle that I think, and then I lay the stencil over it. I do have well, okay, so I lay the ruler over and then the stencil, and the stencil's all lined up, so if like the O's are all even along my ruler, I know that it's an even triangle, if that makes sense at all. And then I just cut out the first triangle, and I have problems because I did it so light. I was going to use the back side anyway, so why I had to do it so light, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to make a darker mark so that I know where to cut it. And then after I trim the first one, I just trim the rest of the triangles. I just make sure they're all the same size, and it works really nice that way. Just working smarter, not harder. And then I take this white paper and then I use the platinum stencil butter over that, which that turns out really nice. I like the way this looks. And the papers, do I still have papers with the foil in it? Maybe not now that I took, no. The platinum was because the paper oh no, there is in the striped paper, and there's some sparkle to the title, the happy birthday, but in that striped paper there is some foil that kind of matches that stencil butter. So here I just put an even coat on. A little bit goes a long way when it comes to stencil butter, so I just get it all evenly across and probably take more time than what I really should. And then as a reminder, always clean your stencil after, because this stuff, I still have some on my glass mat from the last time, really sticks well. So after I'm done with the 3 triangles, I go and wash my stencil and the spatula off really good so that they're not platinum for the rest of their lives. But this stencil butter is really nice to use. And then you'll see, ta-da, it turns out beautifully. Here's the finished layout. I didn't want to make you sit through doing 2 more of the triangles, so they went exactly the same. They dried rather quickly, and then I just added the balloon instead of the arrow, and you saw the rest of it. So turned out really cute. There's a playlist listed below for Mix It Up Monday, so be sure to check that out, and everybody that's playing along and seeing their take on what they did with the sketch. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you again tomorrow for another video.